Well, hello, YouTubers, on this rainy Sunday afternoon. Well, don't you hate it if you have a sunroof and you get in your vehicle and one thing you notice right off the bat, you have water leaking inside your vehicle right around the sun visor. Pretty annoying. And the same thing on the passenger side. You can see I got a nice little wet spot there. It's been leaking on and off the last couple of days and just started about a week ago. And nowhere else it's really leaking, so it's pretty dry inside around the main sunroof. So a lot of people are kind of baffled why this happens, and I am going to show you why it happens and how to fix it. A pretty simple fix. You can see it's raining pretty good out here, and this is my 2000 Expedition with a 4.6 engine, 131,000 miles, and I love it. The only thing I don't like is when it rains like today, the water comes in pretty good. I'm going to walk over here and I'm going to show you the top of the sunroof on my Expedition. Now I will have to stand up here, it's pretty high. And there it is, and you can see it looks like it's closed. The seals seem to be working pretty good. But these sunroofs are designed to kind of throw the water off to the side and let it run down, but some of the water will get inside and run down on the channels where the sunroof is actually built, and there's a whole frame, separate frame underneath of this. So a lot of times the water will just sit here and it will eventually seep in and cause your problems on the inside if your drain tubes aren't working right. Okay, now we're back on the inside, and it's been sitting here for about 10 minutes, and it's leaking pretty good. You can see it's running down right there. Let me get the camera set up there, and it's running down on the steering wheel, dripping there. It's actually on my leg. My leg is all wet now, so this is what we're going to fix today. Now, there are drain tubes on the side of this headliner on the opposite side. There's one that runs down the pillar on this side, and there is one that runs down on this side. Now, typically, the ones on the front are a little smaller than the ones that are on the back. Now, on the back here, you have a drain tube that goes down on that pillar there, or it will be on that pillar, depending on which vehicle. Depends on how they design the vehicle. And the same thing on this side, you have a tube running down on that pillar and one on the back side. Now, I will tell you, if you are leaking back here, you more than likely will have to drop the headliner down in order to get in here and get excess into that drain tube to be able to unplug it. But luckily for me, my front ones are going to be pretty easy to get to, and I'll show you how we're going to do that here in a second as the rain continues to pour here. So we'll have to stop and wait on the rain to stop, I guess. Okay, folks, a little ray of sunshine now coming in. The rain has stopped, and now we'll go ahead and proceed with this. Now, one thing you will need, get your wire. Don't use a clothes hanger wire. These are a little too stiff. Just get your regular heavy gauge wire like this, something that's really easy to bend. And this is basically all we're going to need for now. So we'll get in here and we'll go ahead and open up the sunroof. Now, my sunroof, it goes all the way back, but this cover doesn't go all the way back with it. As you can see, I can't push it back really any further. So I hit this a couple times. It actually went back. So I guess you just got to play with the bottom piece there. But it is back as far as it'll go now, and it's even with the sunroof. So that's good. That's good. So now I got to get up in here, and we'll look at the sunroof. And as you can see, one of the drain plugs are right there. And look at all the crap there that's plugging that one up. Same thing over here, and as you see right about there, there's a small hole, and this is where all the water drains down. So let me turn around here and get my little wire, and we'll go ahead and shove that wire down in that drain plug hole there and see if we can unplug it a little bit more. Okay, we'll do this the best I can. So I think you can see that going in right about there. Let's see, I think you can see that. So now we'll just shove our wire down in there and move it back and forth a bunch of times. Boy, yeah, there's something in there. Yep, bunch of stuff came out, so we'll just kind of clean that out like that a little bit. Alright, that looks really good now. It's nice and clean. I apologize, I hope you can see that. I think you can. Now we'll check the other side. Now this side has a lot of debris in there, and it's probably basically just leaves and stuff that gets built up over time. So let me get myself up in here and we'll clean this one out. Alright, I'm going to take my wire and actually scrape some of this out of there. And there's our little drain hole. Okay, now we'll shove this wire down in there, and I'm pushing down on this little brace at the same time. There's something right there, and there we go. Got past that. All right, clean this out real good. Now I'll go ahead and take my fingers here and just kind of see if I can get some of this out of there, mud and old leaves. All right, now let's go ahead and test this and see if this works a lot better. Let's get some water and pour in there and see if it drains out now. We should hear it sucking the water down. Yes, that's what we want to hear. Good deal. Press the water. You can hear it sucking that water in there. So our drain tubes are unplugged. How about that? Alright, we'll go ahead and pour water on this side. The sun went in briefly, so you might be able to see this a little bit better. And we should hear it sucking the water down the tube. Yes, that's what we want to hear. One more time. So it looks like we got that tube there unplugged, and I think you might be able to see it there. Really hard to see because it's the light is playing with the camera, but that side looks good. Now let's go over here to this side and do this one again. Boy, it's amazing how humid it gets in the spring when the sun comes back out after a rain. So let's go ahead and pour water in here and see how this goes. Yes, it's draining also. And we'll probably hear the suction too over here on this one. Yep, did you hear that? Let me do it one more time. Now if you want, you can get an air hose and kind of get it down in there and kind of blow that out a little bit. That would really help out also. So I'm going to pour a little more water down there just to flush it out really good. Okay, I'm pretty happy with it, but I'm not 100% happy. As you can see, when I pour water down in there, it doesn't drain really fast. But it's draining. But, you know, in a heavy rainstorm, since I do a lot of storm chasing, a lot of times I'm in very heavy rain than most people are. And I can still get some leakage there, but you can see it's going down. But what I'm going to do is go ahead and take my air compressor and just kind of blow some air down in there, and we'll just blow that sucker out 100%. And this is something you can do too if you want. My little compressor, it's aired up, and I've got one of these little nozzles here. And I can get right in here just like this, and we'll shove that baby down in there on this. And I guarantee you that sucker's cleaned out now. And I think you might be able to see that. Blow some air there. A little more in there. Okay, now we'll try that and see what we get. Here's my water. Gonna dump the water in there again. Oh yeah, hear that? If you do it one more time, I'll be quiet. You can hear it sucking the water in. That's what I wanted. So that water's draining out just like it should. And that one is too, so there you go, folks. If you have a sunroof that's giving you all kind of problems, leaking, this is what you got to do. Now, if you don't have a compressor, that's okay. Just get your wire and stick in there and get you a little tube, like a little vacuum line, and shove down in there and just blow on it if you don't have access to a little compressor like I do, and that will help you out. So let me sit back down in my vehicle real quick. And like I said, the back area here, if you have any leaks in your sunroof, more than likely you're going to have to pull this panel down and get in here and get access to those tubes that run down on the pillar in the rear. But most of the time it's always the front, because when you put your sunroof back, all the debris seems to land right up here in the front, and when it does, it gets washed down to those front tubes. So other than that, that's all I can tell you at this point, and I hope this video helped you out, because this is certainly going to be great now. I won't have to worry about any more water coming back into the vehicle. So that's it, guys. So thanks for watching. Other than that, I'm going to be pretty happy with it now, because it was just horrible when it was raining. My leg would get all wet and everything, and it was a mess. So there we go. Looks like we're getting ready to get another storm, so I finished this just in time. Big dark cloud coming over the hill. So until my next project, guys, next video, thanks for watching, and good luck. And if you have any questions, I'll try to answer them. Until then, I will see you guys later.